John Reaves. How's it going, everybody? How are y'all today? Guys, we have another amazing guest on. I cannot even wait. Like, honestly, whenever I first started Twitch streaming, I followed a couple of people, and she was one of the first people on YouTube that really had a roadmap to success for Twitch streaming. And since I started watching her back then, I've seen so much growth. Your mom made my ass, how you doing? But I've seen so much growth in her channel and her YouTube channel and her content, and I have learned a lot and grown a lot from her stuff. She's so smart. She knows what she's talking about, and she has a lot of really good book recommendations. So, without any further ado, let's pull her up now, and we will get this podcast going. If anybody has questions, again, I'm not necessarily going to just verbally respond, but I will definitely be in the chat looking, reading comments, so please be active. If y'all have questions, we'll try to answer them. And without further ado, Trui! Oh, and we are back. Can you hear us?
Yes.
Awesome. Guys in chat, if y'all do have, if her volume level need to go up or anything like that, please let us know. But Trui, how you doing today?
Hello. Doing pretty well, yeah.
Nice. I am so sorry with the mix-up on time. I know that, I'm
no worries. I know, time zones can be so hard.
Yes.
I was sitting here and I was like, and I looked back at the tweet and I was like, wait, 2 hours? But it's 1 hour. Wait a second. I know what happened.
Well, again, I'm so sorry. And hopefully it's not too late there right now. Is it
No, it's fine.
Cool. Well, so really quick, if you wouldn't mind, can you kind of give us a brief, tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, I always find it hard to introduce myself. I don't know if that's weird. Maybe because I try to do way too many things at the same time. But I like to help content creators, content creators. That's, I guess, my main focus.
Mm-hmm.
I have a YouTube channel with the slogan "Stream Smarter, Not Harder,"
Mm-hmm.
where I try to help as many content creators as I can. I try to do the same on all the other platforms like Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Hover, Discord, wherever you can imagine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably there. And no, not OnlyFans.
There's got to be somebody like that for OnlyFans, though. We got to be honest. Someone out there.
But yeah, almost every platform.
Awesome.
On Twitch, I like to chill a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I like to answer questions about content creation, but also like to play games, such as Nintendo games or other chill games. So I usually do or Nintendo Switch games or PC games.
Mm-hmm.
Besides that, I also have a second brand, which is called Goed Gemutst, where I basically have a total different brand and stream Dutch games. Well, not Dutch games in Dutch. Mm-hmm. That's just a whole separate thing what I do.
That is awesome, though. I was going to ask you about that. So as far as separate branding, what would it be that's different in that? Besides the language difference, what would you say is different between those two?
We play different kind of games. We do also play Nintendo games, but we are playing more variety. We're playing more things that I wouldn't play on stream on my channel. Cool. I am not alone. I have a co-host, which is my partner.
That's cool.
And so we do that every time. We got a lot of weird in jokes that are only existed on this channel, which don't really exist on my channel. There's a lot of things in the Dutch culture that you can't really do on my stream because you guys don't understand it. That would be weird. So the humor is more international on my channel than it is on the Dutch channel.
Yeah.
And you will see that other kinds of people will come towards it. So there's also a different kind of community around it. So it's actually like you would watch two different streamers.
That's really cool though. And do you feel like it's more relaxed in a sense over there, I guess? Would you say it's
Well, not per se, because everything, on the one hand, I don't have to talk constantly because we're doing it with two. On the other hand, I also don't have everything under control myself because we're doing it with two.
Yeah.
If he starts to talk about something, I'm like, where is this going? I don't know. But in my own stream, I always know where it's going.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I know that I guess is English your second language, or is that something? You are more fluent in English, by the way, than myself. And I live here. I'm just you can ask my chat. I am horribly. I don't know. I probably need to take a little bit more English classes. Who knows?
Oh, I
But
was so horrible when I was like on high school. Like I almost failed high school because I was so bad at English. And then after that, I met my boyfriend, and he introduced me to like gaming, and I
mhm,
started to like do things online and started to talk to people online. And then
yeah,
this came out. So in I think the last 6 years, I've became from the worst person in English to this. So
yeah. Well, you're seriously definitely very good at it. And I don't know. I like the accent a lot, and that's what kind of I guess drew
Aw.
me in at first. Is like you've got a really cool accent, but well, awesome. Also, I'm randomly just gonna pull questions from chat, but Boba's baby mama said, "What are you drinking?" What are
Oh,
you?
that's just water.
So exotic. There you go.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's just my spore speed on.
Oh, there
Just
you go.
water.
Nice. Well, so take us
I
back.
drink way too much, but
Oh, me
but
too.
only
I'm telling
water,
you.
so that's good.
Yeah, I go through like 4 or 5 of these in the stream, and then like I get out of here, I'm like running to the bathroom.
Yes, exactly that.
um, so how did you get started on? I actually found you on YouTube, but I know
hmm
you were on Twitch before that. How long were you on Twitch, and what got you on Twitch?
I got on Twitch in April 2017, so 4.5 years. I always need to
Oh, there
come
you go.
back. Like, how long has it been? Um, the reason that I got on Twitch, like, it's a pretty long story actually. Should
Yeah.
I like make it short, or do you want me
No,
to keep
yeah,
it?
hit us with it. I'm down. We're here for
Okay,
the
okay.
long haul.
Okay, so we need to go like way back. When I was a
Nice.
teenager, I really wanted to work for TV.
Hmm.
And we need to make our choices what we wanted to do in the future. And I want to become a TV producer.
Hmm.
And there was the studies here in the Netherlands for not TV producer, but for film producer. And I was
Hmm.
like, well, if I study film producer, I can get TV producer, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
So I signed myself up for the studies. You needed to like send in footage and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. And then I
Mhm.
found out I was kind of 987, and I signed up early.
Oh man. Oh my gosh.
That's a bit rough, but especially if you hear how many spots there were that year, 15.
Wow. Yeah, that's harsh. Yeah.
I didn't make it. I didn't make it. So that was pretty harsh. And I kind of felt like that was my dream. I like, I can sign up next year, but like if
Mhm.
there's so many people, I was early. There was gonna be like there weren't gonna be way more people than just the people before me.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's no way I'm gonna get on the studies. And I was like,
Hmm.
do I need to give up? So I started to like do other studies that, you know, that were like marketing and stuff. I never finished the studies because yeah, I wasn't really good at studying. I mean, I was good at studying, but not in the school system, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and then I found out about gaming.
Hmm.
Like I did play some Mario on my DS, and I did like play Sims, but I didn't know about Steam.
Hmm.
Like I just didn't know. I also didn't know that you could buy games more than the ones that I saw in the store locally
Yeah.
that
Hmm.
you could put in your DS, for example.
Yeah.
So like there was like this whole world of games that I never taught and never seen
Hmm.
that existed, and I got introduced to that. And then naturally I started to ask some questions about them. I was like, how does this go and stuff like that. And then I found out about Twitch because you start googling about games, and then all of a sudden something pops up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I found Twitch, and I was like, wait a second, you
You
can have
see?
your own TV show here.
Yeah.
This is what I want. I want to have my own TV show. This is what I wanted as a teenager, and I thought I could never do it because there was just such a
Hmm.
small amount of people that could actually go in the cities and actually become a TV producer.
Yeah.
And I was like, but I can just make my own show.
That's so
And here
cool.
we are,
Yeah.
making my own show.
That is awesome. I love the honestly, I 100% relate to what you're saying about like the whole in school studying. You weren't the greatest at like I don't even know what my GPA was, but it was definitely not anywhere close to like even a 3. I was just like coasting through school.
I had pretty good grades, just like I
Hmm.
was making myself crazy. Like
Yeah.
I was definitely going towards that burnout. So that's why I stopped.
Yeah.
Just because like we had these group projects and stuff like that, and then we were people that didn't want to work on the groups project, but
Hmm.
if you failed your studies. And then that gave me so much anxiety, plus the fact that
Yeah.
like nobody wanted to help me with the people that I couldn't deal with.
Hmm.
And then eventually I was like, this is not for me.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's cool that like, you've kind of like we now have the tools to become almost whatever we want to in life. And like you said, this kind of
Yeah.
like your own TV show. It's really cool that you can
Yeah.
just take the reins. You don't have to And, you know, everybody has, I think, equal opportunity in a sense on here to become what you want to be, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh my gosh, Jody is such a ding dong. She asked, do you think, like, where would you think that my accent is from in America? I'll give you,
Oh
like,
boy,
yeah.
I mean, like, you know, I would say America, but you said that your time zone was CST, so it must be somewhere central.
Yeah.
Um, Florida?
Oh, you were close, though. The South. I mean, yeah, pretty close. I'm from Tennessee. Nice. But yeah, I don't know. I really feel like the way that you got started with Twitch is a really close to like the way that I got started with music as well too. Like there was not really very many studies for like professional musicians that were in the same style of music that I wanted to do. And whenever I got turned down for music school, I just was like, all right, well, I'm gonna go on tour then and start doing this myself. And that's really cool that you can just kind of be the writer of your own story, so to speak. But so you started out on Twitch then, correct? After that, and then you went from Twitch. And how long were you on Twitch before you started doing YouTube videos?
I think a year or 1.5, because like I was using Ankbot at the time. It's Streamlabs Chapel right now, and a lot of people, there were not that many bots back then, and a lot of things were really confusing. There were no really videos about things, and a lot of people started to ask me like, how do you use Ankbot? How you use Streamlabs Chatbot?
Yeah.
And because it was like super confusing to set up, I stopped into like Discord calls with people like quite often and had to like explain it like for half an hour. And eventually I was kind of like, I can't divide this much time to it every time somebody's having trouble with it, because like, there's just so much time in a day.
Yeah.
And I was like, if I just make a video and just post it, and then I can send it to them, and then at least like they can ask questions afterwards, that's fine. But at least I don't have to sit in a call like 30 minutes explaining the same thing over and over.
Yeah.
So I made that video and I posted it on YouTube, because you know that was the place to post a video if you made a video.
Yeah.
So I just posted it. I just sent it to the people that asked for for explanation, and then eventually that video kind of blew up, and I was like, wait a second, there's people that really need my help here. And then I started to make more videos about like more things that I had trouble with when setting it up, because like I was like, if I had trouble with it, other people must have had trouble with it as well. And now I'm just trying to explain everything around streaming, even though that's like a big goal. There's way too much to explain. Like I'm gonna be here for years for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, you're doing a really good job of it. There's so many things that I've learned from your stream or your YouTube videos that I applied to my own. And as soon as I started telling people that we were going to have you on here, a lot of people are like, you've got to tell her thank you for this and this. And so, like, you're really doing a good job of making it, like, not just something that people needed to know, but you're telling it in a really good way, you know, in a really, like, understandable, like, explained well. But yeah, and then
that's awesome to hear.
Yeah, I really like, I don't know, if you go through your channel, it's just like a plethora of like things that now, like, even since I first got started streaming, I watched your videos a lot to like set up everything. But if I go back now, and I've been streaming for a good solid little over a year and a half, I still learn a lot of stuff that I had no clue about on your channel. So it's like you're staying up to date with things that are happening, and just like, it's really cool. I like it. But do you personally, do you stream on OBS or Streamlabs or Stream Elements or
OBS? I use OBS Live. So yes, I use Studio OBS with the Stream Elements plugin.
Oh, there you go. Do you I know you do tutorials on all of them, so I guess like is your favorite right now is OBS. What would you say is like the great like benefactor of being with OBS over the others?
Like for streaming software, definitely the amount it requires on your PC. Streamlabs OBS is definitely like it's eats your CPU, which if you stream games, it's not the best thing to have your CPU being eaten by a program like that. So that's like why OBS like has already favors for me. It's also that OBS is the base program, so usually if there's updates and stuff like that, OBS will have it first. It can also have plugins, so you can have like different kind of things. There's like a move transition tool, for example, where you can move a source with just a shortcut. You can only do that in OBS. So you can, I can like set up that my webcam can move to the right instead of the left with a
Mhm.
button on my stream deck, for example.
Oh,
You
that's
can
so
only do
clean.
that with OBS.
Yeah.
And another thing is like recently, like some some things came out for the Streamlabs
Mm-hmm.
OBS, is that like they basically stole the OBS code, which is
Yeah.
not that great.
No.
That's not so nice of them.
Not a great business practice.
No.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I didn't know. So there's like hotkeys that you can just go through and like move your camera to where you want it to.
Yeah, so that's like a
that's
plugin.
awesome.
It's
Yeah.
called like Move Transition Tool.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Yeah.
So see, another thing, I'm sure you cover that on your channel as well too. I probably need to
I
get
don't
it.
think I have covered that one yet.
Dun, dun, dun. There's so much. I mean,
There's just like I get like this giant list of things I still need to do. I just can't keep up with all the ideas I have. We're just like kind of
Yeah.
insane.
that's a good thing though. It's a good thing, you know. You got like so much material to work with out there. That's awesome.
That's true. But on the other side, I want to like have people to know this information and have this information already. So it's like both sides. On the one hand, like I'm not done making videos, so that's good for me, I guess. But
Yeah.
on the other side, like I want people to already know this stuff. Have
Yeah.
access to this all.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, yeah. If it was a little bit more transparent with some of the things that you could do, I've had so many people come to me and ask, like, should I change from Streamlabs to OBS, or people that are just starting to stream asking me like which one to go for. And honestly, I think that you're making OBS a lot less intimidating for people, because a lot of people will come to me and they'll be like, Streamlabs OBS is really it's just
Yeah, it's
user
user friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
But
you can do less with it. So like in the short run, it's like nice to have something that's user friendly and you can immediately start.
yeah.
But in the long run, you want to start adding things that you can't add.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I feel like OBS really does have the huge upper hand in that. And as well, like you said, the CPU usage, like it's substantially less, because it's not trying to pull all the different things that Streamlabs has in it as well too, you know, like a marketplace and different things like that. That's awesome. And speaking of, like, I guess it's kind of in the same realm of things, but you stream, do you stream exclusively on Twitch, or do you stream sometimes as well on your YouTube channel, or?
No, I have done some TikTok streams.
Yeah, nice.
Does that count?
Yeah, I feel like it's making its way up there. I've seen some more prominent people doing it now. But I'm sure you've seen a lot of the Twitch streamers that are kind of like coming and going to YouTube or to Facebook gaming and stuff. Do you see the appeal of going to these other sites instead of just staying on Twitch, or do you think that like Twitch will be kind of the stable for you?
It's funny. I just like posted a video on Hover, that's like a new social media platform. It's kind of like TikTok. And in that video, like I'd say like Twitch tweets something and everybody immediately leaves Twitch and goes to YouTube. Doesn't matter what they're tweeting about.
Yeah.
And it's like YouTube is dying, like Twitch is dying, let's go to YouTube just for anything. Like,
They're like, Merry Christmas, and they're like, nope, I'm out.
Yeah, let's go. They should have at least sent us something.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like people are usually overly dramatic about the fact that, you know, they're leaving Twitch and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The reason why the big people are leaving is because they get a lot of money for it. You are not. So that shouldn't be a reason for you to switch.
Yeah.
You know, so like you should always look at yourself, and if it's for you or to switch, like if you like YouTube better and you feel better with it, and you feel like the things on YouTube will give you a better chance, and you can also work better with them, they will improve your stream, definitely go for it. But for now, I feel like the chat interaction with bots and stuff like that is just like not up there with Twitch yet. I feel like they're gonna need to add more availability for bots to be able to for example, an uptime command or like exclamation mark subs or something, that they can see how many subscribers the channel has on YouTube or how many members the channel has on YouTube. Like these kind of things aren't a thing yet.
It's very true.
Like these things need to get a thing before like people massively gonna switch from Twitch, and I don't feel like that's a thing yet. I also feel like it's a good idea to spread your chances instead of like go on one platform. So yes, I do think you should be on YouTube. I don't per se think you should be streaming on YouTube.
Yeah. And I mean, I totally agree. I feel like those are two things I didn't even think about, like the chat commands, but Twitch makes it a lot more incentivized too for their viewers to like spend money on the streamer. as opposed to YouTube. And I think YouTube is kind of working on some things to fix that, like their own. I believe they've got the like emotes and stuff like that as well now with subs and stuff. But I still think they're definitely lacking, and I think they're trying to catch up to Twitch right now. So I think if Twitch was smart, they'd be working on those next steps to keep one step ahead of YouTube and Facebook gaming and stuff. But
yeah,
I'm
not sure about the Facebook gaming. I think there's a lot of old people on Facebook now.
Yeah.
So I think like that's holding Facebook back in a way. Also, it looks like you're getting a lot of views, but if you, it's kind of like on TikTok. It looks like you get a lot of views on your stream, but like if people scrolling past you, you get a view. Like
that's true.
And that's not really a case for Twitch. Like Twitch is really hard on what counts as a viewer. I think it's kind of crazy that they do that, because if they would count less harshly, they probably get more advertisement revenue.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah.
So I mean, like up the partner requirements and also up everybody's view count by counting more people in.
Yeah.
I don't think that hurts anybody. But...
No, yeah. I actually I help run a website called ggs.tv, and it's like a gamer's social media website. And recently, like while encoding, we're working on putting out a new app, but while encoding, it won't let like Twitch players actually be embedded to our site because it's like
oh no, if somebody watches from another website, it can count as a view. Like, well, that person is literally watching. Like, why can't you count somebody that's watching, or somebody that muted their stream? Like, if I'm watching and I've got you muted, like I'm still watching.
Yeah, exactly. And then they made like a tab limitation. I think you can only tab up like 3 or something people now. I don't, but it is.
I understand they don't want you to like have 10 streams running at the same time, but like realistically, you can be watching 2 at the same time.
Yeah.
You can also be watching people without audio, because like some people even have like CCs, and then like you can just read the captions. Yeah. And you still like see the whole stream. You won't count.
Yeah, there's a massive deaf community as well too in gaming. Yeah. So like, I mean, it's not like they've got their audio just blaring. I don't, you know what I mean? Maybe, I don't know, but it's pretty wild. Your mom said Facebook, but way better. But you know what? Like, speaking of Facebook gaming, and you did bring up a good point that like, there's really a lot of older people on Facebook. Yeah. Maybe just streaming Candy Crush, stream what they want.
I guess so. That might help. That might actually be a good strategy.
Yes.
I think if you're a good-looking young boy streaming Candy Crush, that might be really good for the moms.
Yes.
The 50-plus moms that like Candy Crush and
just
like to look at something pretty as well.
Yes. So there it is. If y'all see me on Facebook gaming playing Candy Crush, it is definitely a cash grab, guys. It's definitely a cash grab.
They would probably also like to sponsor you, because like mobile games usually have a big budget.
Oh yeah. Isn't that crazy? Like I've seen some of the most ridiculously, I guess because it doesn't cost as much to make their games, maybe they're able to spend more on marketing.
It's because like what happens with mobile games is that they're free, and a lot of people sign up, and there's a really few percentage that spends thousands of dollars on a game like that per month. And they just hope that if a lot of people sign up, there will be a couple people that will be spending really, really tons of money on the app, and they basically pay for everybody.
That's wild. So like, a viewer just said your smile is contagious. So, but yeah, I agree. I feel like, I know personally like a couple of people that play like Clash of Clans, and I don't really know that many people that play it, but the people that do spend thousands. I'm like, what? It's insane. It's like an addiction for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why they have a budget.
Yeah. So what changes have you seen in Twitch since you started that you would say have really changed the game since from when you were there to the current state of it? And where do you see it going in the future?
It's kind of hard, like looking back, because you kind of forget. Like sometimes I see old screenshots and stuff like that, and I'm like, oh, that's how it looks like. I can't remember that, but it's like so hard pulling the things back. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But like one of the things I definitely still remember like super brightly is that like when I started, there was no Stream Deck. And I know that some people still don't stream with a Stream Deck, or some like, I don't know, like Leon board or like other version, like touch board or something like that. But what I did is I set up my scenes on my numpad, and then I changed with my numpad to another scene. And then Fortnite came out, and the building
awesome.
blocks were on like the numbers.
Mm.
And then I did a stream with Fortnite, and apparently I was switching scenes literally the whole time because I set my seasons on those numbers that I was grabbing weapons with.
Yeah. Oh man, whoops. But that's pretty awesome though. I mean, it's crazy that you like. I think sometimes I've talked to a couple of people about something similar to this, but like being kind of on the ground floor and like learning how to use it really, really intricately when it was hard and clunky to use, it makes it now like you're just a master at it, you know? Like I don't know, it makes it almost easier now for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But where do you see it going from here? Like, are there things that you can see like the next step for Twitch? What would you think like the next things they're working on?
I mean, I feel like you never really know with Twitch. Like, even if you see a clear path that they should be taking, doesn't mean that they are taking it. Like, sometimes Twitch is kind of like a wild card. Like, one of the things, like, clips are pretty popular right now. You see a lot of apps coming up with clips. Like, if I would be working at Twitch and I would, be able to make decisions like this, I would say we need like a clip section at least on the mobile website, on the mobile app, right? But definitely also just on the main page, like clips, and I just recommend clips that from people that they have been watching, or from people that just like the recommendations already work maybe, but like just like show them clips and let them discover people like that.
Yeah.
But they're not gonna do that. I'm pretty sure they're not gonna do that anyway.
Yeah.
Even though that would be the best bet to do right now.
Yeah.
What they're probably gonna do is like try and please more advertisers, because that's what makes money.
For real, yes. No, I think like if they made some kind of thing in between, like, well, I guess they already made affiliate where you can kind of like pay for your affiliation, correct? So like, which have you seen?
No,
that?
they removed that. Yeah. The Monster Cat, was it? Nope. Was it Monster Cat or Pretzels?
I can't remember.
It was one of those like licensed music things that you can take in a subscription to, and then for $5 you could basically buy your affiliate. But after after a month they removed that.
Yeah, because I mean, I would imagine it takes away a little bit of the nostalgia from like becoming an affiliate. I know so many people that are like, we're grinding for affiliate, and then we'll all like band behind them, get them like 70 viewers in their chat, and like, I don't know, I feel like they kind of almost taken that away. It's kind of, I don't know, it's rough.
Yeah, but yeah, they have removed that luckily, so you could just
yeah
you just have to do it yourself again.
I think that's probably one of the few times that I've seen Twitch do something that like was the opposite of what making the money would have done, like, because I'm sure a lot of people would have been buying that program, or like just buying into the affiliate instead of taking the long time that it takes to do it. Which actually, this is a fan question that we had, but do you have recommendations for people that are doing that affiliate grind, and like how to kind of get out of the 1 to 3 viewers?
Yeah, so like the first thing is watch your own stream. Like if you are at a moment you're trying to get to 3 view average, just watch your own stream, because then you already have one, and that one person is gonna stay whole stream, so you don't like that's a huge thing already. I would say promote yourself on other platforms, like talk to people on Discord, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. You don't have to do everything, but you gotta have to pick something and be good at it. Hover, for example, start making YouTube videos about games you already know a lot about. Like, for example, if you like Overwatch, you could like tell about your favorite hero and what they can do, and give tips for them, give tips on certain maps. If you like Call of Duty, you say like, oh, these are the best weapons you can find and you can fight with. How to improve your aim, for example. If you like Animal Crossing, you can say like, this is the way to get some how you call those, crafting recipes. This is how you can get them. This is what you need for them. There's probably a game you play that you know more about than most people. You don't have to be a pro at it. You need to know more than other people, and then you can start learning, like, in teaching them a little bit about the things that you know already. And then people can start finding you.
So just kind of like marketing yourself with the discoverability of like using kind of what you're already good at to get more people in.
Yeah.
I think
It can be literally anything. Maybe you're good at playing guitar. You can also like start teaching
yeah.
chords.
Yeah, hey, true. That's very true. One big thing that I've seen with a lot of people that come in and they're doing that affiliate push is they'll send me their path to affiliate email, and then one big thing that I noticed is like a huge red flag. The first thing I see is like 700 hours of streaming within like your app. Yeah, it's so hard to overcome that, especially if they're at like 0.7 viewers and then they've got like 500 hours streamed. It's like really hard to overcome that average. But
you can fix it in 1 month.
Yeah, that's very true. Very true. And like you said,
so definitely like stream less than that. If you stream on a schedule, it's easier for people to pop in. So if they do like you and they've seen you somewhere else, they know when to be there, and it makes it easier to at least like if they wanted to spend an hour in your stream, but they come in and you're just gonna end, they might have spent 10 minutes, but they might have been willing to come in a little bit earlier if they knew that you were gonna be online.
Yeah, very true. So just really promoting yourself, marketing yourself, and then just connecting with other people.
Yeah,
I like that. Well, So how do you, like, you're right now on Hover and stuff. So how do you kind of see the trends that are going on in the gaming world and in like the content creation world? How do you see those and then find what you feel is worthy of you're investing your time into? So like, for instance, Hover is a thing, but there's also been a couple other websites out there like that before. What brought you in particular to Hover?
I have been to other websites as well where there weren't successes. So I do try and join a couple, but I usually, after a week or two, I usually find out if they're going to be growing, if they're still growing, or if they're not. And with Hover right now, they were like a month ago, they were like at 35k people, and now they're at 45, I believe. Yeah, that's 10 more. Sure. I need to like in Dutch we do the other way around with the numbers, so it's like super confusing always.
Oh, yeah.
So 10,000 more, not 1,000 more. And so I see that immediately growing. I also see that people react, like that there's general conversation going on the things I post, and I see that people are generally going to my Twitch and following, so that gives me a couple of good signs that at least like the things I do on there actually immediately have results on my growth, which means that even if the app won't grow anymore, we still have that presence there, and there's still like enough people to at least get more people to your stream. And especially if you're small, like let's say you have 3 viewer average, right? Every viewer that's going to come to your channel is going to be a huge win. Huge win. So like if you can facilitate that in one way.
That's very true. I see that all the time, and actually there's a musician, Mike Shinoda, that I was following, and I was actually able to ask him a question, and I asked him pretty much the same thing. Like, he's into a lot of different things, and like NFTs right now are a really big thing that he's into. But yeah, his answer was very similar to what you just said. He said pretty much like, I'll know within the first, I guess he said couple of days, if it's worth my time. But he said he tries to like go into everything. Like, he was like, if I hear about another thing, I'm gonna get into it and just like
at least claim my name.
100%. You don't want somebody out there catfishing or trolling as you or something like that.
The annoying thing is that some websites only take a name with 5 or more letters.
Oh man. Oh yeah. You're just one off there, man. Yeah, that's rough.
Then I'm like so I tried, like I was like, oh, I don't want somebody to catfish me on OnlyFans, right? So I tried claiming my name there, and apparently you needed 5 letters for it. So I was like, I guess we're fine.
Man, yes. You never know, like deep fake stuff that freaks me out now. Like, gosh, it's terrifying. Like people are crazy. People are crazy.
Make sure to only show the front of your face. They can never deep fake.
Yes, 100%. Well, hey, this actually goes into another question. We had Ashley Christ on a couple of weeks ago, and she had, right before coming on, she posted a tweet, and let me check this tweet so I'm not like misquoting her, but she had posted her exact words were, Women have been making stream advice videos for 4+ years. Not a single one of us has gotten close to 100K subs. Not a single one of men above 1K, except for Level Photo, which he did that video with you, which I actually just recently watched as well too. Has tried to elevate us by working on videos with us. And why? What are your thoughts on that? Like, I mean, I know y'all put in the work. I think that, like, honestly, I watch y'all's videos more than I do a lot of like the male streamer support videos. Just I feel like y'all present it in a really good way. But what are your thoughts on that?
On the one hand, like I don't like creating that victim mentality around myself. So I don't want to troll on that for myself. Just because I don't like to think that about myself.
I like that.
On the other hand, I know that there's a lot of people streaming and mostly men, and I also know that men expect other men to know more about tech than women. So naturally, there will be more men that like to watch videos from other men than there will be from women. So yes, we are in a disadvantage this way, and there will be a lot of people just clicking away because they see we're women. But that doesn't mean that we should just be trying, right?
yeah, exactly. Man, see, I like that answer. I like that you said I don't like victimizing myself, or like, because it's so true. Like I don't know, you can see that a lot in your actions, like what you did. Like whenever you said you signed up early for the TV production, and then you were like number 900 and something, you're like, oh my gosh. So like, I don't know. I think if more people had that same personality and same perspective on things, we would get a lot more done. You're crushing it still. Like, I don't know. That's awesome. Are you full-time as a content creator?
Yes.
There you go. Congratulations on that.
Thanks.
But was there a point in your life, like when you knew you were gonna be able to do this full time?
I mean, for me, I don't have to pay rent because I live with my parents.
There you go.
So my boyfriend does have an apartment. I am there at the moment. He's like just in another room. And so he just pays all his things, and I don't have to pay more than just like occasional food, my parents and him, and like my insurance and stuff like that. So I do have a small amount of things that I have to pay for myself. That makes it possible for me to go full time. If I would look at the minimum income here, I don't make that.
Yeah.
So on the one hand, it's really nice I can do this because I don't have to pay for a lot myself. On the other hand, like I don't want people to idealize it and think like, oh yeah, if I just be like Trui, I will be able to like buy my house and stuff like that. Because...
Yeah. They're like,
I wish I could buy a house.
Yeah. Dude, there you go. I like that too. Like seriously, you're such an honest person and like just very upfront about things. It's refreshing. But yeah, I mean, do you have advice for other, and I don't mean to just keep bringing this up, but there's another question that we actually had from a viewer, but like for other female streamers trying to start out and like trying to like break through that gap, do you have any advice for them, or do you have suggestions?
What I've seen is that you do get like people that will just think that you're gonna make it because you're women and don't want to watch you. Yeah. Just like in games, like you probably have played games. People can be really mean just because you're a woman, and it's kind of weird.
It's so weird.
And then you have like other guys that are just not gonna like click on you because they're like, usually I don't like women, so like now we're just not gonna try.
That's so odd.
Yeah, but like if you just know that 9 out of 10 times you click on a certain person that you won't like it, you're not going to click on it anymore. Even like if you're doing it not on purpose, you're still gonna do that. Like every time you see a blue car and a person that drives that blue car is going to be cutting corners and just like driving like very recklessly, the next time you see a blue car, you watch out.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, for sure.
So it doesn't mean that everybody in a blue car will be driving like that, but you're gonna be doing that in one way or another.
Yeah.
So like, if you want to be like a cutesy streamer that plays cutesy games with like a lot of pink and a lot of makeup and I don't know, maybe like have a little bit lower cut shirt on, like that would be way different than, for example, how I do it. I usually don't, I dress up very how conservative.
Yeah.
I usually don't put makeup on. If I do, I just put a little bit on, and I kind of like I kind of have more like this dude bro kind of like style than this feminine kind of style. I'm not like that. I'm more one of the guys than I'm,
Yeah.
So if you more like me, it's going to be hard because people don't expect you to be like this, and that's going to be the hard challenging thing. If you more like the cutesy streamer I just described, it's going to be hard because there are going to be a lot of people coming in that want more from you than you can give them, and you're going to need to be really watching out for how close you let some people with you, especially because there are going to be some people that want to be your boyfriend, and you can't be everybody's boyfriend, girlfriend.
Yeah. And honestly,
so there's kind of like two kind of ways you can go as a girl,
Yeah. Honestly, I completely respect your opinion in that. And like, I think that I've seen both sides, and it's messed up. I know some people that do kind of like the cutesy girly, like hot tub streamer type stuff. And I don't see anything
fine.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with it.
Like, if you want to be like that, you need to be aware that there's going to be guys that are wanting you for other reasons.
Yes. Yeah. And it's crazy. I see some like I know people that are, I guess, on both sides of that spectrum, where it's like way cutesy, doing the hot tub streams and just that's all they do. But even those people are still putting in a lot of work and a lot of effort into their stuff. So I mean, I think there's this false idea.
The amount of things that you have to deal with if you're making that kind of content too.
Yeah.
Like, it's emotionally really hard.
Yeah, I could imagine. And I mean, like, my gosh, especially some of the trolls nowadays. It doesn't matter if you're like the most beautiful, like everything's perfect on you. Somebody will find that one weird thing that you're like self-conscious about, and they'll be like, but what about that pinky toe you've got? You know,
apparently I sound like a man, so
people are so like, they're so hateful. I mean, I don't know. I've had some We've been blessed, I guess, on this channel to not have very many trolls, and if they do, I just like make fun of myself worse than they can me, I guess. But yeah. But I think it's cool, like you know, both sides of that. I think a lot of the times I've seen this a lot, and people say, oh, like, you can just get on YouTube and like show some cleavage, and then all of a sudden you're like famous. But it's really not that easy, and I think that a lot of people have that common misconception.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it goes back to putting in the work. Like, you're obviously, like you said, like, you're not necessarily going for that, like, I'm a cutesy streamer, and like, it's not necessarily about a physical thing as much as like, I like the way that you're doing it personally myself the best, because you're really giving a lot of content and giving a lot of value to what you're doing. And I mean, I guess everybody does that in their own way as well too, with those cutesy streamer types. But yeah, I don't know. I think like your growth is sustainable, like you're providing something that people can use from now and just continue to grow.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, there you go. But yeah, a lot of people in chat are agreeing. I think they're saying like, do these hot tub streamers fun? It's not what Twitch is made for, but I guess it's evolving. Do you like, whenever you were first on Twitch, is that a thing that was going on at
No. There, like, when I just got on Twitch, there was like this feed cam kind of thing, and that's why you can't show feet on stream anymore.
There was a feet cam stream?
Yeah, yeah, that was the thing back then. Feed cams.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, but it's not allowed anymore. They did put that in the TOS.
Yeah. One of our commenter said, she does not sound like a man. People are assholes. So I totally agree. I just had to say that on there. But that's so weird. Feet cam was a thing before. So there was like a feet stream, and then it's gone from feet to like ASMR stuff is like so odd, man. There's some like weird stuff on Twitch still. Like ASMR is probably the least weird, but there's some dark sides to Twitch, that's for sure.
Yeah, but like now you have people that have like this keyword cam. Back then, people were playing and had their feed cam under it.
Don't give us ideas, okay? We're going for it. Next.
It's not allowed anymore. You can't use it.
So they like blur your feet out. They're like, listen, guys, it's getting too weird for even us.
Well, you're just getting banned then. That's like that's not allowed anymore.
Twitch has got some weird ones, man. It's crazy that you can do like, so pretty much, I guess hot tub streams are okay since the feet are covered in the hot tub now, right?
Yes.
Nice. There's a stream for everything, people are saying. So yeah, it's so wild. Do you okay, another viewer question is do you have, I know we talked about tips for getting above the affiliate bar, but like once they've made it through that affiliation, do you have like a tip for people to grow from that 5 to 10 that you would suggest, like say like this is kind of where you broke out of that?
I would say just keep doing the same, like trying to find, I guess, more better ways to divide your time and to talk to people and keep the context in, and because you want to make as many friends as you can. The thing about, like, at the start, a lot of people try to promote themselves with like spamming links or like putting that, like, that spammy kind of promotion, that you used to get like in your email, for example, like with, oh, these are the new things we're selling.
Yeah.
It's not the kind of promotion that you want to do. It's the kind of promotion that you want to do nowadays is the one where you can make a connection with somebody, that person becomes curious about you, then stops by your stream, then you convince them with your stream that it's fun, and then they stay. That's the kind of kind of promotion, but therefore you need to like meet new people. And the longer you're doing it and the more you work on it, you become more efficient at it. And then you have, you need a little, I guess, a smaller amount of time to be able to talk to more people and to communicate with more people than you used to do it in the beginning. It's like, it's something you get better in. Like same for editing, for example. At the start, you're so slow at editing, but eventually you get some shortcuts and you become like way faster. You can do like 3 times as fast as you could do at the start.
Yeah.
And that's also what happens with the networking.
Yeah. Speaking of, I guess, video editing, I know, do you do all of your own video editing?
Yeah.
There you go. And what do you use? What program?
Sony Vegas.
There you go. I've had so many people tell me about that, and I'm stuck on Mac, so I've got like Final Cut. But have you ever dabbled in like other programs for editing?
No. I just got this in a Humble Bundle for like $20, so I was just really happy.
Yeah, that's awesome. Can't beat that.
I mean, I used I've done an internship at a local TV station, and like just for a week when I was in high school, and then I used Adobe Premiere, so I've worked a little bit with that, but just for that 1 week.
Yeah. Do you?
Because it's pricey.
Right, I know. My gosh, Adobe is, and now they've actually got it on a subscription service or something like that. That it's like a monthly thing, but it's still pretty expensive.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I like it. I mean, it works fine, but it just, I don't like the price.
Yeah. Well, luckily with Final Cut, I got on a which, by the way, little Apple hack. I don't know if many people know this, but if you get on apple.com/student, you don't even have to prove that you're a student. My wife, luckily, was a student for an RN at the time, but there's not like they're not like, send us over your, like your transcripts or something. They don't ask you at all. So I got Logic, which is what I record music with, Final Cut, and then like a lot of other different little plugins for the same price as Logic. And I was buying Logic anyway, so I was like, let's get Final Cut too. It was awesome.
Nice.
I know, right?
Yeah. It was probably more expensive than $20.
So many people are.
I paid on the Humble Bundle.
Yeah, for real. A lot of people are saying my beanie is very awkwardly shaped, so I'm just gonna awkward it up for a moment here and just see how weird we can get this beanie. Well, no, it's just gone back into its weird beanie mold. But yeah, I don't know. I think that video editing is something that I've really, there's like a ceiling there, because I think it's so intimidating. Some of these programs aren't very user friendly right off the bat, and like until you get those hotkeys figured out, or until you really get like just everything.
You need to know that S is cutting.
Yeah.
S and delete, those are the most important too, and Control S, because I Control S everything.
Yeah.
Save. This can crash
at any time, for real. Yeah.
It will crash.
I've learned that with like my with all of my music stuff. Like I'll record something and I'm like, this is amazing, and then I'll there's something that you can do called bouncing a file, and that's pretty much like saving it down into like an MP3 form. And so I'll do that, but forget to save the project. So now I've got like this song, but I have no way to edit it. Yeah. I'm like, no. It happens all the time. Who puts a beanie on the side? Man, they're going off about this beanie. I do apologize.
Do I need to find a beanie for myself?
I don't know. I guess, do you want it? Where do y'all want this beanie at? Jeez, I have no clue. They're very particular about this beanie. Nice. Well, so I know that right now on your channel you're doing a giveaway for Elgato. You're doing, is it a Stream Deck or a capture card, or what was the
face cam?
A face cam. Nice. There you go. So how do people enter your giveaway?
They can go to Twitter, go at Truiontwitch, because somebody claimed Trui. And then I believe it's my pinned tweet. You gotta need to like, retweet, and follow.
Okay, there you go. So it's all on Twitter?
Yeah.
There you go. So I'm gonna post a link to that as well too, and you guys please make sure to go follow her on there. But what are your plans for your stream, your YouTube channel? What do you have going on for the future? Do you have any big ideas?
I mean, for me, it's just like my YouTube channel is just all about helping as many people as I can. So I just be like, I will just be making videos about like everything I find that I still need to make videos on, which is like way too much. Like for me, I don't feel like I want to choose which programs people need to use.
Yeah.
But I want to like explain it to people, and then I want people to like choose something that they feel good at and they feel like they fit their stream, because I don't think there's a good or bad in which programs you use.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, like if you have a PC that can run a lot and you have a CPU that's good, I don't care if you use like Streamlabs OBS.
Yeah.
Like if you have a crappy PC, you probably shouldn't. But you know, if you can't work with OBS because you think it's too intimidating and you won't go streaming, then it might be a good thing for you anyway, because then at least you're gonna do it.
Very true.
You know, so that's the same with like chatbots. For example, Nightbot is really easy. You can set it up, but there's not that many functions in it. But if that gets you to set something up and start doing it, I'd rather have you like set up Nightbot than not. You know what I mean? Like it's not the choice that I do. Like I do my giveaways with Nightbot because I love the giveaway function.
Yeah.
But most of the things I use Stream Elements for because I like that one the best. But there's plenty of reasons why you would like another bot better. And I just want to make sure that you know how to set them up. So I know how to set all of these up because I've been streaming for so long. I've been using them all. So yeah, I just want to explain everything about every bot because I want people to be able to make their own choices about what they want to pick instead of like I make them for them.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a really good way to look at it. And you know, like if you look through your channel, you've got so much information on not only just the software, like the bots that you can use, the different OBSs, and you also have the hardware. Do you have like background in these things, or is it just something that you've kind of like deep dove into and you?
Yep. I like with all the hardware, I have no experience with them. I mean, I used to make photos on concerts with my old Canon camera, but that one I can't use that one anymore because it was from when I was 14, and it's like twice as big as my camera now. And, yeah, it makes twice as worse pictures as well. So
nice.
So like I used to make some pictures, so I guess in that sense I do have a little bit of experience, but you know, just a teenager with a camera. And I like to go into like these review kind of things of products with the mind of somebody else that also doesn't have a lot of experience with it. So for me, my experience is just using other equipment for streaming, and then I unpack something and I look at it and I'm just looking at how it works when I set it up, when I have never used that product before. And then we look at another product that I do have used and like, how is it in comparison with this? Like, is it better? Is it worse? What do you guys think? Because like some things, it's more an opinion than it is like an objective thing to do with a microphone, for example. You can like the sound of a microphone better than another microphone. Does it make it that one is better than the other? Yeah. So I like to, in my like product review kind of videos, I like to dive into a product, just not with too many specific technical details, because I feel like a lot of streamers that just want to find out if the camera is good for them more than what the specific specs are about them. They're the people that make those kind of videos where they go really deep in the nerdy stuff about things. But I don't know about that, and you know, I'm just your average streamer that tries to find out if the thing is good as well. So then, you know, so like I guess I'm just more your eyes and ears in that way than you know.
Which honestly, I mean, I know that there's definitely some like hobbyists that are really, really, really in deep. Like they're like, oh my gosh, exactly like what are all the specs of everything and what do they all do? But you seem like you're more the every person like consumer in these things, but you know more and you're still educating that everyday person. So I think that's, I don't know. I think that's a lot more useful in the, I guess, grand scheme of things,
Yeah, I think like at least for my audience, it's more useful than like going in full details about the specs, because that's not something that they're looking for me.
Yeah.
For other people, there's other channels that go super deep into things, but those audience are also more like nerds in that sense, that they really like the audio nerds, for example, that really like to dive into these audio specs.
Yeah.
But if you don't know anything about it, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. It's more or less like you said, like what works better for you. Like this mic, I've been looking at getting like one of the Shure SB.
FMB.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly which one it is, but yeah, so like that one, I've been looking into getting that microphone for a while now. But this is one of the first ones that I got. Say one of the HyperX Quadcast, and it was right before they came out with a Quadcast S, I think, that had like the multi-light function. But I don't know. It's like, and I love this microphone. I really haven't had any issues with it. And
do you have quite some filters on it right now? I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, and then we've got a little small pop.
It doesn't sound too good if you don't put filters on it.
Yeah, it's very true. It's very true. She's mentioned what OBS uses. Oh yeah, so she does use OBS Studios, and a chatter said they had some issues with Streamlabs OBS, so they swapped to OBS, and. I think like we had mentioned this earlier, but I think Streamlabs OBS is a really good, it's kind of like a beginner thing. So like you said, if somebody's like, oh, I downloaded OBS, but it's so complicated, I really can't do it. And Streamlabs makes it easy. That's what I started out on. And it was just like one of those, you go in there, search for a free template, and then you just use the free template or whatever. It's really easily set up. But once you figure out how to use those things, going to OBS, I think is definitely the move. It's just
you should not be ashamed to use the tools that are easier for you and use the free overlays, because like at least you can get going and can start learning things, because there's so much more to learn than setting things up. There's like all the talking you do, like you need to really, like, you're not going to be good at it the first stream, so you gotta need to get into it anyway, and you might as well just start with all the standard things that people use, and then like eventually, if you've been streaming for a while, get like some cool overlay that's just unique to you. Get like, learn some more things about bots, learn some more things about OBS. But it's fine to not start with that, because you need to learn so much about like looking into the camera, for example. That's going to be super awkward at the start.
Yeah.
And you're going to need to learn that. So you better start early.
Very true. And you'd be surprised how many people that I still see now that are like, they have more viewers, but I guess their presence on camera is just so off in a sense. It's like, but there's a lot to be said about just being comfortable streaming.
I mean, it doesn't mean that if you have a lot of viewers that you're a good streamer.
Yeah, very true.
Same goes the other way around. Doesn't mean that if you have not that many viewers that you're a bad streamer.
Yeah.
Viewers don't say anything except for how many people are watching, or the Twitch is telling you that they're watching.
Yeah, like for me, I've had a problem with my OBS doing like it says there's 0 viewers in chat, and I've never tried to fix it, because it's just like I know how many people are talking to me, but I don't know how many people are in the actual stream at the moment, so it doesn't make me nervous. I'm just like, all right, there's 0 people here, and then if somebody talks, they talk. But yeah, I totally agree with that. And I was gonna bring this up earlier, but I was watching your stream not too long ago, and you were asking me like what all things that the podcast was on, and I've got another podcast called the Heck Podcast that's on like all the different types of podcast apps out there. But one word, up until your stream, has not been on any of these things, and so while I was on there, I was like, I don't know why it's not on Anchor. Why have I not put this on there? And yeah. So like I said, I mean, even if I've been doing this for, I guess, a little over a year now, and you'd think that I'd have the experience, but there's always something to be learned from your channel and getting in your chat and talking, and I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like I find out things every day as well. I just like a month ago, I found out that like banner pages on Twitch can actually be transparent, and I was like, no way. I have been coloring the background myself and then copying the highlight color to match it.
Yeah. I had no clue. That's cool. Jeez. See, there's
apparently that's a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if they just recently patched that or if it's been there all the time. Because I never noticed it before.
Yeah. And it's one of those things, like, if you don't have somebody telling you that, like, how would you know to search for it, you know?
Yeah.
That's so hard. Jeez. Well, that is awesome. So, yeah, we, thank you so much for coming on here. You've been, like, an awesome guest. And then not just that, like, I've learned so much from you in my streaming career, and I know a lot of people in chat have too. So seriously, thank you for making the content that you make, and just, I don't know, being an awesome down to earth person. You're pretty cool.
I really just like joining podcasts. I don't know, I just like talking to people, and you know.
Yeah. Well, it shows even in your Twitch streams. Like, your Twitch streams are just like a really cool hangout. The other day, I can't remember what you were. I think it was like subs for Christmas tree ornaments. Is that what it is? Like, ornaments on the trees, or I'm trying to think of. I know you've got a Christmas tree set up in the background of your stream right now.
Yeah, I just have a board like behind the Christmas tree, but like there's just too many Christmas trees right now. It's just kind of in front of it. Nice. So my dad came in and he started decorating. So like he did all the decorations while I was streaming.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Is your Twitch? We just had somebody ask if your Twitch is it just Trui or is it Truiontwitch?
Yeah.
Nice.
Trui.
There you go. Boom. And twitch.tv/Trui. Easy enough. Yeah. That is awesome. There you go. Got that one on there. But yeah, so I don't know. Your chat is very just like a cool chill experience and a good place. Like I can't remember what I was doing whenever I was watching your stream, because your stream was so awesome. But I think I was riding in the car back somewhere with somebody. But yeah, your stream just has a really good environment to it. You're the same person here as you are on there, and I don't know. It's really cool. But awesome. So this will be up on YouTube, and then we will be posting all of your links on there as well too. Is there anything that you'd like to kind of mention before we hop off here? Is there any type of things that you've got going on right now that you'd like people to know about?
I feel like I need to end this with like stream smarter, not harder.
Yes,
just,
there you go. That is so true. Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, there you go. Stream smarter, not harder. I like it. Well, again, Trui, thank you so much for all of your time today, and I hope you have a blessed.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, not a problem. Sometime soon, I'd love to get like a couple of content creators together and maybe have like a big Discord conversation or something. I think that might be cool.
Yeah, hit me up.
Heck yes. Well, hey, you have a blessed rest of your day, and we will catch you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, crap. What have we done? Tadoosh. All right, guys, we are back. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us. Man, Trui is like such a cool person, like such a down-to-earth, chill person. And thank you so much, Zero, for the freaking sub. Guys, do we have anybody you would suggest for us to raid out to? I actually had to close down my my Twitch on here because I didn't want anything to like lag up or anything like that while we were streaming. But does anybody have somebody that they would suggest us to raid out to? In the meantime, let's see who's streaming. Tay is streaming right now. And let's see what we've got up. Dashing Retro, pretty awesome dude. Binging Music. Well, there's Jeanette. We're gonna raid out to Jeanette. She's a freaking awesome lady. Oh, Goblin Garbage. You want to raid out to them? Well, I got a question though. Jeanette's actually going for an affiliate push right now, or a partnership push. Do y'all mind if we raid out to her, and then next time Goblin Garbage is streaming, we'll raid out to them? Is that all right with you, your mom Acid? Not a problem. She seems nice and no problem. Dude, yes, thank you. And she's such a sweet person, man. You know what? Eventually, I'm going to try to get Jeanette on the podcast, and we can talk to her and see what she's been up to. But guys, again, this is going to be up on YouTube. It should be up at the end of the week. So we'll have this up on YouTube, and then we'll also be having this on, what else? It will be on Twitch as well under our videos on there. And then tomorrow we have at 4:30 Central Standard Time, we've got our guy Night Sky Prince is coming on. So if anybody out there is a big Final Fantasy fan, Night Sky Prince is like one of the biggest content creators for Final Fantasy. Right now he's been on a lot for Final Fantasy 14. But he is just an all-around awesome dude, and I can't wait to get him on here, man. I can't wait to pick his brain, find out more about what got him into it. And yeah, but either way, guys, I hope y'all have an awesome rest of your day. I might be streaming later on tonight, and then on top of that, we're going to be streaming again